Welcome to the deep dive.
Yeah.
Today, we're embarking on a really exciting journey, not just into English, but into the smart strategies behind how you actually learn it.
Exactly.
Our mission is to break down how different resources are designed, to help you pick up English effectively, efficiently.
Yeah.
We're looking past just the words and rules to sort of uncover the real mechanics of mastering a language.
Precisely. Because it's so easy to get lost in just the sheer volume of stuff, all the vocabulary, all the grammar rules, and completely miss the architecture underneath, the structure of effective learning.
Right.
Understanding the methods, the how, that's where your learning can really take off. It's about unlocking that system, the one that leads to fluency.
And to really dig into that system, we've pulled together some, really insightful source material for this deep dive. We're drawing from 3 distinct English learning scripts. Each one has its own unique angle. There's a full day in English from sunrise to midnight, and then mastering English step by step, and also your English boost foundation skills.
Different flavors.
Definitely. And our goal is to unpack these, pull out the most powerful strategies, the most practical words, and the most engaging ways to practice that they use. Okay, so let's unpack this. Let's find those common threads, maybe some surprising insights to help you speed up your English learning.
Yeah, think of this deep dive as a kind of shortcut for you. It's not just about what words to learn, but really understanding the cognitive pathways, how your brain learns English best, hopefully providing that ha-ha moment where you see how different methods connect, giving you a clearer picture of how to study smarter.
Okay, so to really immerse ourselves, let's start with this really ingenious strategy from a full day in English from sunrise to midnight. What really grabs me about this one is how it takes these abstract English phrases and just anchors them right into your daily life. It simulates a whole day. It feels incredibly practical, doesn't it?
Oh, it's brilliant because it uses what our brains are already wired for,
Yeah.
routine and context. By linking new language to things you already do every day, waking up, making coffee, it creates these really strong memory hooks. You're not just memorizing words in isolation.
Yeah.
You're actually integrating the language into your experience. Makes it easier to recall when you need it for your own life. This is where vocabulary learning shifts from just rote memorization to actual functional use, almost instantly.
So let's look at that morning routine bit. You get common actions, common phrases like wake up, get up, stretch my body, brush my teeth, wash my face.
The basics.
Yeah, take a shower, get dressed, comb my hair, eat breakfast, drink tea or coffee, pack my bag, and finally leave the house. Then the source gives you full sentences to practice, like I wake up at 7 a.m. or I take a shower before breakfast.
Simple examples.
Simple, useful. I drink a cup of coffee every morning. And then, crucially, it turns it right back to you, the listener. Prompts you with questions like, what time do you wake up? What do you usually eat for breakfast? It's not just passive listening.
No, it's an invitation.
Yeah, an invitation to speak your reality using the new words.
And that interaction, that's fundamental. Yes, it pushes you from just passively taking it in to actively retrieving it, which is, the key of getting stuff from short-term memory into long-term.
Makes sense.
Without that active bit, learning often stays pretty shallow, but here you're immediately applying it to your life.
Okay, so from the morning, the day naturally progresses to, say, school or work.
Right.
And these sources, they introduce vocabulary for those settings too. Academic, professional. Think phrases like study English, do homework, read a book, write in a notebook, use a computer.
Everyday stuff for many people.
Exactly. Or work in an office, talk with colleagues, have a meeting, make a phone call, send an email, even give a presentation. It's pretty smart how it anticipates the situations you're likely to actually be in. Gives you a ready-made toolkit.
That's a really key insight there. If we look at the bigger picture, this part isn't just about learning words. It's about building real, practical confidence for very specific, very common situations.
Like a meeting or asking a question.
Precisely. It prepares you for those crucial real-world interactions before you even step into the office or the classroom. That feeling of being prepared, it cuts down anxiety hugely.
Yeah, I could see that. Okay, moving beyond the morning grind. Food and eating. That's universal.
Always relevant.
And the full day approach covers essential food words. Rice, bread, chicken, fish, vegetables, fruit, basic stuff like milk, juice, tea, coffee, but also soup, salad, eggs, pizza, burger, pasta.
A good mix.
And it quickly moves into those practical restaurant phrases. Things like, can I see the menu, please? I'd like chicken and rice. Can I have a glass of water? And importantly, can I have the bill, please? These are just so instantly useful, aren't they?
They really are.
But what's the sort of deeper benefit here? Beyond just ordering lunch, what confidence does knowing these phrases give a learner?
Well, what's fascinating here is how these seemingly simple phrases, they unlock really fundamental social interactions and independence.
Unintended, yeah.
Being able to confidently order food or ask for something basic or pay your bill, it gives you a sense of control in an English-speaking place. It's not just about satisfying hunger, it's about navigating daily life without always needing help. That's a massive psychological boost for anyone learning a language.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, and to round out the day, the sources cover free time and the night routine. For hobbies, you get things like listen to music, watch movies, play games, play football, go shopping, meet friends, travel, cook, exercise. Even learn English itself is listed.
Beta.
Yeah, and go for a walk, read books. Then, for winding down, eat dinner, do homework, watch TV, talk with family, read a book, check my phone, and finally, go to bed, sleep. It really covers the whole arc of a day. Nothing seems left out.
And that's exactly the strength of it, cognitively speaking. This comprehensive coverage, it's incredibly effective because it builds this really robust vocabulary, phrases relevant to all parts of your life. By practicing these different contexts, you reinforce the idea that English isn't just for, like, work or study. It's a living language for your entire day. That really helps cement its place in your mind.
Okay, so that full-day immersion approach gives us a powerful foundation and context.
Sure.
Loads of useful stuff. But what about when you need to really, zero in on a specific part of the language?
Yeah, like grammar or pronunciation.
Exactly. Our other sources, especially Mastering English Step by Step and your English Boost, they pivot to show how that kind of targeted skill building can really accelerate your progress.
That's the core idea. Immersion builds that sort of natural feel through exposure, right? But targeted practice is essential for fixing specific weak spots and building a precise, accurate foundation.
Like dissecting it.
Yeah, it's about breaking the language down into manageable bits you can master one by one and then, put back together seamlessly.
Right, so take vocabulary. It's interesting how certain key words just keep popping up across different resources. Shows how useful they are.
High-frequency words.
Like opportunity, meaning a chance. As in, this deep dive is a great opportunity to learn English. Or improve, to make better. I want to improve my speaking skills.
Good examples.
Confident, meaning sure of yourself. She feels confident when speaking English. Habit, something you do regularly. Reading every day is a good habit.
And polite.
Respectful, good manners. It's polite to say please and thank you.
Foundational concepts for learners.
Yeah, and we also see words like motivate, practice, and fluent. These are like the workhorse words, aren't they? They unlock so much communication.
Absolutely. And a key insight here isn't just which words to learn, but how these sources help you lock them in. They consistently give you clear definitions, example sentences.
Down text again.
Exactly. And they implicitly encourage spaced repetition. That combination is absolutely crucial for getting new words from just recognizing them to actually using them actively for memory. It's structured, reinforced learning, not just random exposure.
Okay, moving on to grammar. Mastering English Step by Step highlights the difference between present simple and present continuous. These two, if you mix them up, it can lead to some funny misunderstandings about what you do versus what you're doing now.
Definitely.
Present simple is for habits or facts, right?
Yeah.
Like I eat breakfast at 7 a.m. every day. Routine. Whereas present continuous is for actions happening right now. I am eating breakfast right now. Confusing those could mean describing your daily habit when you actually mean to say what's happening this very second.
That's a great point about the potential mix-ups, and understanding that difference is fundamental because it hits right at the accuracy and nuance of your communication.
Yeah.
Present simple suggests permanence, routine. Present continuous suggests something temporary happening now. Getting them right means people understand what you actually intend to say, avoids those little social or professional uh-ohs.
Right. And then your English Boost tackles another classic pair that often trips learners up. Past simple versus present perfect.
Ah, yes, a common one.
I think we've all been there, knowing we did something, but struggling to explain when or how it connects to now.
Sure.
Past simple is for finished actions in the past, usually with a specific time. I visited London last year. Done. Finished.
Clear time marker.
But present perfect is more for experiences or actions where the specific time isn't the point or isn't mentioned, like I've visited London many times. The focus is on the experience itself or its relevance now.
Precisely. And this distinction is critical because it's not just about when something happened, but its relevance to the present moment.
Ah, okay.
Past simple kind of isolates the event in the past. Present perfect connects that past experience to now, to current knowledge, or an ongoing effect. Mastering this lets you convey not just facts, but also a sense of experience, impact, or continuity. It makes your storytelling, your communication, much richer.
Okay, that makes sense. They even give you little challenges in the sources, like identifying the tense. She plays the guitar every weekend, simple habit, versus they're playing football right now, continuous action.
Active engagement.
Yeah, or she watched that movie yesterday, past simple specific time, versus she has watched that movie 3 times, present perfect, experience focused. Those little interactive bits really force you to think.
They absolutely do. And speaking of reinforcement, your English Boost also throws in a quick pronunciation drill. It specifically focuses on that often tricky "the" sound.
Oh yeah, the.
Mm-hmm.
It encourages you to repeat phrases like, thank you, this is my brother, and they think it's their book. It's amazing how focusing on just one little sound can make such a difference in clarity.
It really is, because that "the" sound is a classic hurdle for learners. It just doesn't exist in many other languages, so people often substitute it with like an F or a did sound.
Right, think instead of think.
Exactly, and mastering it isn't just about sounding more native, whatever that means. It's about avoiding actual misunderstandings, saying I think versus I think, pretty different meanings. So focusing on these little micro skills is crucial for clear, confident speech.
Okay, so we've covered immersive daily learning and focused skill building. Now, let's zero in on the interactive parts that are crucial for making all that learning stick. These are common across all our sources. Engaging practice. This is where you actually use what you've learned.
This is where the rubber meets the road, so to speak.
Yeah.
Where theory becomes application. It's not enough to just know the words or the rules. You have to actively pull them out and use them.
Produce them.
Exactly. That's what really solidifies learning and makes it, well, usable.
That's right. And these sources provide great daily conversation practice, really practical phrases you can use immediately, like, good morning, how are you today? In the standard reply, I'm doing great, thank you. And you? Ga. Or asking for help. Could you please help me with this? Asking for information. What time does the bus leave? Where can I find the nearest bus stop? And just general social stuff. Hi there, how's everything going? I'm doing well, thanks for asking.
Sure.
Or agreeing. That sounds like a great idea. They even suggest mini dialogues for you to fill in your part. Fantastic way to practice responding naturally.
And what's really effective there is how these everyday phrases build that foundation for comfortable social interaction. They aren't just polite throwaways. They're like the lubricants of daily conversation.
Yeah, they smooth things over.
They reduce the mental effort when you interact. By practicing them, you move from consciously trying to build sentences to just automatically using these social tools. Makes interactions feel much smoother, more natural.
And for building listening skills, the sources have these listening challenges. Usually it's like a short paragraph, read slowly, then some comprehension questions.
Testing recall.
Yeah. Imagine something like Maria wakes up early every morning, she drinks coffee, reads the news, and then goes for a walk in the park. Right now, she is talking to her friend on the phone. Pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
Then you'd get questions like, what does Maria drink every morning?
Mm-hmm.
What does she do after checking email? Okay, that wasn't in the example, but you get the idea. What is she doing right now? This really makes you listen actively, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not just hearing sounds, it's processing meaning.
Precisely. Active listening is a totally different skill from just hearing. It teaches you to filter information, pick out key details, understand the main point, all at the same time.
Yeah.
This training is fundamental for real-world chats where you need to grasp main ideas and specific facts from spoken English, often quickly. It's about developing your ear for the language.
Okay, finally, we get to speaking challenges and reinforcement. Our sources directly ask you questions for immediate practice, encouraging you to speak out loud.
Crucial step.
Questions like, what time do you wake up? What do you eat for breakfast? What do you usually do at school or work? What's your favorite food? What do you do in your free time? What time do you go to bed? Basically, in circling back to that daily routine stuff, it's a great way to put it all together right away.
Yeah.
Reinforces the muscle memory,
Right.
for your mouth and your brain.
And this circles back to the core message from these learning resources. The absolute best way to learn is to speak out loud, even if you're talking to yourself.
Right.
This directly tackles that need for confidence. Confidence grows like crazy with practice. It turns that abstract knowledge in your head into actual tangible language you produce. And that really cuts down the anxiety that often comes with speaking a new language.
So after looking at all this,
Yeah.
what does it all mean? We've journeyed through learning English by immersing in a daily routine, focusing on specific vocabulary, tackling key grammar, drilling pronunciation, and using these interactive practice methods found across the sources. It seems like these diverse strategies, when you put them together, they create a pretty powerful and comprehensive framework for learning English.
Absolutely.
Our sources show that having a clear structure, delivering it in an engaging way, and giving you actionable insights, that's key to becoming well-informed and ultimately confident in English.
Yeah, these sources really brilliantly demonstrate that effective learning isn't just about passively soaking up information. It's about actively using it, reflecting on it, and intentionally weaving it into your daily life.
Making it yours.
Exactly. They offer not just content, but a strategic roadmap for real, sustained language growth. And they do it by tapping into how our brains naturally learn and remember things best.
So considering all these different approaches we've unpacked, here's something for you to think about. How can you integrate these kinds of strategies, the immersion, the focused practice, the speaking out loud, into your own daily routine? How can you create your personal deep dive into English, making every moment an opportunity for practice and turning passive learning into active mastery?